2:01, so we are going to go ahead and get started. First, I want to thank everybody for coming out in the wind and the rain, or you might be having more wind and rain when you leave. We appreciate it. We really, when we talked about it this morning, we said, oh, we might have maybe nobody here today. So I'm grateful that you guys are here and came out. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to introduce Christine Hamiker from Sages to say a few words.
Hello. So if you're not familiar with Sages, Sages stands for Senior Actors Guild in Education Services, and we do plays with purpose for the community for free. And we do these on topics that are challenging for us as we age, but are also positive about aging. And so we have a couple of plays out. You might have heard of Denying Gravity, Phony Baloney, which you'll actually see a scene in this. And then we have a new one coming out called Dealmaker. So be on the lookout. Look at our website. It's on your program. Please check our event calendar and join us for anything that we do. But we are just thrilled to be here at Sunshine Center and be working with Carol and Sally to bring Readers Theater to you here. So I'm sure that you're going to enjoy the show, and maybe you'll want to be in the next one.
Thank you. So those that do not know what Readers Theater is, it's a form of theater where there is really very limited, no props, and they are reading from the script. But it's amazing to be able to see how they bring the material to life. And the part that I really has, just because, to be honest, before I talked to Christine, I had no idea what Readers Theater was. But what has been so amazing and so exciting about this project is the way that the script comes about. So what happens is we pick a generalized topic, and then the people participating bring various materials in, we bring materials in, and we start just kind of playing with it and working it and practicing some of the skills that are needed for Readers Theater. Then before we know it, we kind of pick our favorite pieces. And the next thing you know, you have a script that conveys a pretty amazing message. So it's the process, and I think what is so cool, it's the discussion that goes on during this process. So there was a lot of different thought processes, different ideas that came about even in creating this. So I find it to be very healing, to be very kind of thought-provoking, even in the process of practicing, versus where you have a script that you start with and then you present it at the end. So it's an exciting time to get involved with it. I encourage you to get involved with it. We have actually one of the members, and I won't call him out, John, but we have one of the members that was in the audience just like you last time. And after he saw it, he said, I think I want to get involved with it. So I encourage you. We will be taking a break in November and December. In January, we will be starting again with Readers Theater. So I encourage you to keep an eye out, look for it, and please come get involved. At least come check it out and see what it's about. So without further ado, one more little thing I want to tell you. In your program, you are going to see some words to a song. You'll know when you guys get to actually be part of the performance, because you're going to join in singing with us during that one little song. So you want to sing really loud. Please remember also, thank you, Christine, to turn down your cell phones or turn them off so we don't get, if you do hear a tornado warning, somebody might want to let us know. Sally mentioned hopefully we're safe in here, but we...
Seems pretty safe.
Okay, this seems pretty safe, so without further ado, I present to you Aging. Main lights off?
Definition of aging. Present participle of age. The time of life at which some particular qualification, power, or capacity arises or rests.
Definition of aging. One of the stages of life.
Definition of aging. The length of an existence extending from the beginning to any given time.
Definition of aging, an advanced stage of life.
Advanced? Definition of older, comparative of old. Having lived for a long time, no longer young, belonging only or chiefly to the past, former, or previous.
Definition of wiser. Characterized by wisdom, marked by deep understanding, keen discernment, and a capacity for sound judgment, exercising or showing sound judgment and prudence.
Definition of ageism. Prejudice or discrimination against a particular age group, and especially the elderly.
Hey,
wait
a minute.
That doesn't seem right.
That is not fair.
Aging is like a big, beautiful, colorful carousel.
Changing with strobe lights.
An array of animals and memorable music.
Please join us on our ride from yesterday to tomorrow. Can you hear the magical music of the
Carousel Waltz.
It was a very good year. When I was 17, it was a very good year. For small town girls, soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green when I was 17.
We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing.
When I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived upstairs with all that perfumed hair. And it came undone when I was 21.
Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears.
Then I was 35. It was a very good year for independent means, for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in our limousines, their chauffeurs would drive when I was 35.
The great thing about getting older is that you don't lose all those other ages you've been.
But now the days are short. I'm in the autumn of the year.
And now I think of my life like vintage wine.
Fine old kegs.
From the brim to the dregs, and it poured sweet and clear.
It was a very
good year.
As you grow, you learn more. If you stayed as ignorant as you were at 22, you'd always be 22. Aging is not just decay, you know. It's growth. It's more than negative that you're going to die. It's the positive that you understand you're going to die. And that you live a better life because of it.
Yes.
Spinning fast, a piece of the past.
Calls me to wonder where I have been.
Up and down and in and out.
40 years dust that has gathered about.
The pieces of youth that we scattered around when
We danced to the carousel waltz. The U.S. population is aging. Today, there are more than 46 million older adults, age 65 and older, living in the U.S. By the year 2050, that number is expected to grow to almost 90 million. This means by 2030, 1 in 5 Americans is expected to be 65 and older.
As I look back over the years, now don't get all sentimental. These are the best years, so wise and gentle. Coming this far, I've passed the test. I've learned a lot and got me some sense. With all this experience, I can do the rest. It's really not rocket science. Like y'all, I'm among the best. Got life and drive, don't need a license.
It's paradoxical that the idea of living a long life appeals to everyone, but the idea of getting old appeals to nobody.
To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap.
A time to kill, a time to yell, a time to laugh, a time to weep.
A 2002 study by Yale University researchers reported that seniors with a positive attitude about aging wound up living 7.5 years longer than those who had a negative view on aging.
Yes.
Right on.
Know that you are the perfect age. Each year is special and precious, for you shall live it only once. Be comfortable with growing old.
When you see me sitting quietly, like a sack left on a shelf, don't think I need your chattering. I'm listening to myself. Hold, stop. Don't pity me. Hold on, stop your sympathy. Understanding if you got it, otherwise I'll do without it. When my bones are stiff and aching, and my feet won't climb the stair, I will ask only one favor. Don't bring me no rocking chair. When you see me walking and stumbling, don't study and get it wrong. 'Cause tired don't mean lazy, and every goodbye ain't gone. I'm the same person I was back then, a little less hair, a little less chin, a lot less lungs, and much less wind. But ain't I lucky? I can still breathe. Yeah.
When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat, which doesn't go, and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, and say, we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples from the shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in slippers in the rain and pick the flowers in other people's gardens and learn how to spit.
When I'm an old man, I will wear plaid trousers, let my shirt tail hang out on one side on Tuesdays, and wear ties that clash with everything. I'll cry at movies and funerals. I'll laugh at my own mistakes, if I make any. Hug my sons and my daughters every chance I get. Raise my hat to any woman wearing purple. I think I'll have more fun saying what I think, being who I am, staring at the stars, when I am an old man wearing plaid trousers.
When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me.
Well, when I'm an old man, I will wear plaid trousers. Raise my hat to any woman wearing purple.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together.
I was thinking about how people seem to read the Bible a lot more as they get older. Then it dawned on me, they're cramming for that final exam.
I don't need your rocking chair, Geritol, or Medicare.
Well, I still got neon in my veins. This gray hair don't mean a thing.
I do my rocking on the stage. Can't put this possum in a cage.
My body's old, but it's not impaired. Well, I don't need your rocking chair.
And I ain't ready for the junkyard yet, because I still feel like a new Corvette.
It might take a little longer,
but
but I'll get there. Well, we don't need your rocking chair.
I've reached an age when if someone tells me I have to wear socks, I don't have to.
Everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate. A time of war, a time of peace. A time you may embrace. A time to refrain from embracing.
It is estimated by 2050, the number of people over 60 years old will triple from what it is now.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Ralph Howard,
Yes, good morning.
this is Miss Slater. From your bank, some bad news. Your account has been compromised.
What do you mean? My account, what do you mean?
The account linked to your credit card ending in 9330. But it isn't just you. A pack of thieves must have gone through the trash in your neighborhood and found credit card and bank information discarded by you and other residents.
Must be those teenagers trespassing again. Juvenile delinquents.
You don't have to worry. We canceled your credit and debit cards to protect you. I just need the full number and the corresponding account on any passwords so I can freeze them. For security reasons, this doesn't show up on my computer.
I've got all that on the card right here in my wallet. Thank you for calling me.
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Howard. It's our job. Anyway, because others in your neighborhood were victimized, we sent a representative out to collect those cards. They're not usable, but needed right away for supporting evidence to make an arrest.
And I want those kids arrested. I will press charges.
Be sure to write down the PIN numbers so the detective can trace attempts to make a purchase. They won't go through, so don't worry about it. It will help us to identify the thieves. Besides, new cards are being issued that won't be valid until create new PIN numbers. It's perfectly safe.
Well, I sure appreciate your help. All I've had lately is bad news. I just hope those thieves get caught. I can do anything I can to help with that.
Oh, I meant to warn you, Mr. Howard. It might not be the trespassers you're thinking about. It could be somebody in your own neighborhood. So please don't talk about this and tip them off.
You're right. I've lived in this neighborhood all my life, but the neighbors have changed. I'm just going to keep to myself. Oh, I think I hear someone at the door.
Just to be safe, ask for his ID before you let them in. You have nothing to worry about, sir. We're here for you. Goodbye, Mr. Howard, and thank you for banking with us.
Okay, goodbye, thank you.
Easy peasy.
The older I get, the more I realize the importance of walking away from people and situations which threaten my peace of mind. Plus, my self-respect, values, and self-worth.
A drink or two, a game of tag.
Catch a partner and join the dance.
Your dreams can come true if you just take a chance.
Don't question love, don't ask around.
Grab the brass ring from the hand of the clown.
When you dance to the carousel waltz.
Persons in their 80s now have fitness coaches, use a smartphone, book travel on the web, and set up dating profiles.
Oh no, look at these wrinkles.
Wrinkles show wisdom.
You're too old to wear that.
Style has nothing to do with a number. You just look good for your age, love.
What does 70 supposed to look like?
Grow old with me. The best is yet to be. Stay with me.
Oops.
Join in.
Everybody join in.
It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but around the day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know.
aware of the rhythm of our lives.
We are riding the painted pony, not the restless lion who is prowling far behind.
As we move in time with the music,
Up and down, round and round.
We are mesmerized by our journey.
Aging is a curious circle when you dance to the carousel waltz.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rid, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late.
The years have passed by.
In the blink of an eye,
Moments of sadness
And joy have flown by.
People I have loved have come and gone. But the world never stopped, and we all carried on.
life wasn't easy, and the struggles were there, filled with times that it mattered, times I just didn't care.
I stood on my own, and I still found my way through some nights filled with tears and the dawn of new days.
And now with old age, it's become very clear. Things I once found important were not why I was here.
And how many things that I managed to buy wherever and whenever, what made me feel better inside.
and the worries and fears that plagued me each day, in the end of it all, would just fade away.
But how much I reached out to others when needed would be the true measure of how I succeeded.
And how much I shared of my soul and my heart would ultimately be what set me apart.
And what's really important is my opinion of me and whether or not I'm the best I can be.
And how much more kindness and love can I show before the Lord tells me
It's my time to go.